Hey, what's going on? Coach Joe here, and I get it. You got my automated text message, and I'm sending you over, some videos to watch, and you probably think I'm some kind of robot or something like that, right? Maybe you saw my Facebook ad, decided to opt in, now you're getting sent over these messages. Hear me out. First and foremost, like, this is my number, so it's just like if you have any questions at all, maybe you trying to lose some body fat, who knows? Maybe you want to have more energy, put on some muscle, whatever the case may be. Send me over a text, right? Like, it's literally me responding back. You can't automate, right, and make a robot or AI, do anything kind of personalized. Test me, right? Like, ask me tricky questions, I guess, just to prove a point there. Because I know a lot of people think like, oh man, this guy probably is not actually this number. It's probably some kind of, automated spam thing. It's not, right? So it's just a texting number where I'm legit just sending you over, some videos that's going to help you out in terms of your health and fitness journey, some testimonial videos as well with other guys that are probably no different than yourself and how they had success. And potentially, if you like everything that you hear and see, and you feel like, hey, you need help at creating a plan that best personalizes you and your lifestyle to reach your goals once and for all, maybe I can earn your trust, And so that's why today, at least in this video, I want to kind of go over, you just opted into this, text messaging campaign, and, you're getting sent over these emails, and specifically, right, there's a fat loss guide. I want to make sure that you take a look at that because there's a special bonus training as well at the very bottom of the guide that, just in case you haven't seen, I want to kind of go over a few different things that, once again, all this is me trying to do is help you, right? That's it. Like, I give away a lot of valuable information, just making things simple in terms of nutrition and training, really just mapping it out and taking all the guesswork out, for people, just simplify things. So with that being said, let's open up, the PDF guide. And once again, this is the fat loss guide. A few little slides here that I want to kind of just go over with you. For starters, this is what you're going to be getting from inside of this fat loss guide, right? You're going to be learning how to lose body fat, how to have more energy, how to have more muscle, right? How to improve your mindset, how to speed up your metabolism, That's something that, honestly, I would say probably 8 out of 9 people, when they apply for a discovery call, they're talking to somebody on my team or talking to myself, typically their problem has nothing to do with portion control. It has everything to do with just having a slow metabolism and not knowing how to properly eat, right, based around their lifestyle. Whether that's at home or whether that's at work or travels or vacation, they're not knowing and not having the knowledge on how to apply this all to their own lifestyle. And they struggle with having a slow metabolism because of it, It's going to teach you on how to create sustainable habits, what we like to focus on at Heartletics, how to lead by example. We focus on, coaching a lot of, father figures, a lot of men out there, and really making sure that they're being an asset, not a liability to their family. They're creating those memories. They're, inspiring their kids, their communities, their coworkers. They're once again, they're leading by example, It's also going to go over how to boost your testosterone levels. A lot of guys that have low testosterone levels, they think they need these supplements, right? Like these testosterone boosters, but they really don't really do anything too much at all. Because one, your body's a machine, right? It's going to adapt to anything. So eventually you need to just increase the dosages for it to apply and work. But also, once again, you can't do that. It's not going to be sustainable, So with testosterone, literally the best way to increase your testosterone levels naturally, right? And that's what we focus on at Heartletics, is making sure that you're losing body fat. That's it. Not muscle, right? Remember, weight loss and fat loss are two different things. You want to make sure you're focusing on the fat loss. And that's what we specialize in, because if you're able to, let's say, increase your metabolism, put on more lean muscle tissue, right? You're able to burn more body fat, your testosterone levels will skyrocket. I kid you not. There's so many guys that rave about that. In fact, I'll share with you a special video also, just going over specifics on that. And most importantly, how to reach your goals once and for all. And that's because, once again, we apply a 3-step fat loss formula to our members. And that's what you're getting right now with this guide and the training video that I'm going to go over, right? Acquisition is acquiring the knowledge, the knowledge of learning how to properly eat and train specifically for your body type, your goals, and your lifestyle. And that goes into hand in hand with application. Once we acquire that knowledge, how do we apply it to create these sustainable habits And then lastly, the tip of the iceberg, which really is a big moving factor, right? Really is the key to success for anybody. It's, hey, who's holding you accountable? Who's in your corner supporting you? Who's motivating you? Who's encouraging you? Who's helping you every step of the way? Going over some of the details, right? Acquisition. Over 75% of Americans are overweight, and over 66% of them are taking, prescription medications. We have so much success throughout just literally the years of coaching thousands of guys, but most importantly, hundreds of them getting off their blood pressure, their cholesterol, even dozens of them reversing their type 2 diabetes by simply, once again, just learning how to properly eat and learning how to properly train for their body type, their goals, their lifestyle. And then obviously application, right? Goes hand in hand. How do you apply this to your own lifestyle to create these habits? Something that's sustainable. And then lastly, right? You need people in your corner helping you out. Who's holding you accountable? It's just like, somebody had to teach you how to drive a car, right? Driving ed instructor, they were sitting in your passenger seat. But once you acquired your license, because you acquired the skills, it's not like you're driving around with the same driving ed instructor sitting in your passenger seat. No, you got your license, you passed the test, right? So it's like, why don't we learn how to pass the test to actually creating sustainable habits, to learning how to properly train for our body type, our goals, our lifestyle. That way, once again, we can be that inspiration to others. We can motivate and be that beacon, right? That just the lighthouse. That it's just being that little light to inspire others, because you went through this journey, you went through this change, you went through this transformation. So sometimes you just need people in your corner to inspire you and to help you and to push you, especially at times when you just don't feel like showing up. So the 7 essential fat loss habits is what we like to focus and go over. And I'm not going to take too much of your time on this. I'm just going to make it simple. So the first one's calories. Half the time, guys are not eating enough of the right foods, right? Plain and simple, So when you're not eating enough foods, like if you're stuck eating 1,200, 1,500, 1,800 calories, right? These low calories amount, and you're over 200 pounds, like guess what? Like you might think it's calories in versus calories out, but if your body is not getting enough food, you're slowing down its metabolic rate. You're slowing down your metabolism, which is hurting your testosterone levels. It's making you lose your lean muscle tissue. It's adding more body fat, which is obviously increasing chances of stroke, diabetes, blood pressure, high cholesterol, right? So it's like we can nip this in the bud by once again learning how all these simple habits can be applied to our own lifestyle. Now within those calories, everybody has a certain macronutrient range. What we focus on at Heartletics is really helping our guys understand, hey, even though there's 3 different macros, right, and a 4th hidden one, which I'll talk about, there's proteins, there's carbs, there's fats, and then there's alcohol. Even though they all play a vital role into creating these calories, for us, when you stack them on top of each other. That's why if you ever look at a nutritional fact label, if you buy something at the grocery store, it's going to show all these grams, and that's going to equal the calories at the very top. So what we like to focus on our athletics for best results, because remember, you don't want this to be confusing. You want this to be simple for you, and that's what we do and kind of how we help out our members, right? We make it simple. Instead of focusing on this, we focus on 2 things, right, with nutrition. 3 things, I should say. The first thing, your calorie goal for fat loss. The second, your protein goal for fat loss. That's it, right? So calories and protein. And third, I should say, right, is the water intake, the hydration. And we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But the next, session is really going over the training. So remember, nutrition first, because obviously that's 80 to 90% of the results right there. You can't out-train a bad diet. So nutrition first. Second, right, training. And so strength training could be done either at home with or without equipment. It can be done at the gym, right? But it's learning how to train your body properly and in terms of how to progress with that so you don't ever hit these stalls or these plateaus. But on top of that, knowing muscle confusion, when to shake things up. Most of the time, guys just do the same old, but it's kind of like Albert Einstein once said, the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results. It's not going to last. In terms of cardio, I'm not a fan of cardio. I hate cardio, right? It hurts my knees. A lot of the guys that we coach, they're not fans of cardio at all. They don't like it. They don't enjoy it. Hey, we don't give them cardio to do. So what we focus on is needs, right? which stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And so this is just being more active. Like give yourself a step goal or a daily habit, something like that, where you're being active, you're moving around. Lots of times guys struggle with bad backs simply because they're too sedentary. So like myself, for example, right? I'm behind this computer and at my office all day long doing coaching calls and discovery calls, right? It's like sometimes if my back's irritating me, it's a sign that I just need to get up and move around more. You know, it's like my spine's being compressed, so I got to break things up. I got to get more blood flow, more nutrients in there, right? So that way I'm not dealing with all the lactic acid and inflammation, right? That's going to affect my joints because that's going to hurt tenfold, right? And get so much harder to relieve yourself of that pain the older that you get in age. So it's like learning how to take care of your body from a holistic, natural approach now. You know, why you got the time. Hydration, right? I keep it simple. Your body's over 60% water. Drink more water. Your muscles need water, right? Like just drink more water, plain and simple. And then 6 is stress management, which is huge. You know, stress plays a vital role in the terms of, you know, making sure that somebody's on track with progressing and reaching their goals. I mean, I'll say it like this. If you are somebody that's underneath a lot of stress, whether that's at home, whether that's at work, whether that's injuries, or your body can be overly stressed just from being overweight, you know, over 30% body fat. All that stress plays dividends. You know, it's going to spike your cortisol and make it 10 times harder. 10 times harder. Now, on the flip side, right, it's like if you just had some people in your corner that helped you out with the stress, and typically for most of the time, it's just guys need support. Guys need encouragement. You know, guys need other guys in their corner to say, hey, I'm struggling with this, or I need help with this, or, you know, I'm missing my workouts here, or hey, I fell off the wagon, I need some help. They want guys in their corner to kind of help them out, right? In sense of feeling comfortable, feeling confident, knowing that they don't have to go through this journey by themselves anymore. You know, like once again, you could be doing all of the right things, eating healthy, training hard, but if you're underneath a lot of stress, you're making it 10 times harder for yourself to see any kind of form of progress. And lastly, recovery. You know, because sleeping properly, right? Like making sure that our muscles are well relaxed, right? We're not overkilling ourselves, overtraining. We need to make sure we're recovering properly. And when you combine these 7 essential fat loss habits to your own specific lifestyle and create habits out of it, you'll get in shape, but most importantly, stay in shape probably for the rest of your life. You know, and that's why like the mindset behind all this is, you know, it's not necessarily what you do. It's, hey, what can you do with the knowledge that you have and how to do it long term, you know? So I make it very clear how to reach your goals once and for all. It's not cutting out carbs, doing keto. Odds are you probably tried that. All the guys that you will see and hear about, they tried it too. It's not going, you know, low calories or intermittent fasting. It's not tons of cardio or 2-hour workouts every single day and try to burn it all off. No, it's simple. It's literally knowledge, community, and accountability, right? And this is what we mean by knowledge. Learning how to eat for your body type, learning how to train for your body type, knowing how and when to make adjustments to your nutrition. Once again, it's not all calories in versus calories out. Eventually, you're going to hit a sticking point. Everybody will. It's called a plateau. Metabolic adaptation occurs anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks per individual, you know? And it's knowing when you do hit those stalls, those plateaus, what adjustments to make, how to make those adjustments, how long to make those adjustments for. Same thing with the training. Then also the knowledge applies to, you know, how to optimize your metabolism. You know, so that way it's, once again, food equals fuel. You're making your body work harder for you. It's learning how to eat during the holidays. It's learning how to create sustainable habits. It's learning how to manage your nutrition and your training while traveling, which is very important, you know, and how to get your friends and family being involved. Once again, by you, right, pouring into your cup and filling yourself up, you're able to pour back out and help out others. And by you getting in shape, it's going to be that inspiration. In terms of community, right, I make it very simple. In sports, right, imagine just like playing basketball 1 against 5. How successful can you be? Right? You need to have a team with you. You need to have people in your corner that's going to support you. If you're somebody that has served our country, first and foremost, thank you for your service. But also, like, imagine going out to war all by yourself. You don't have any army behind you. That's hard. It's not going to make you feel comfortable, and that's going to make you feel confident at all. And like community is, once again, your brothers in arms. Like these are the people it's ride or die. They're going to be able to lift you up when you need it on those hard days, and you will have those hard days. Everybody will, plain and simple. And you got to have people in your corner that is going to hold you accountable. Who's going to really make sure that you're going to have success? Who's going to make sure that you're showing up for yourself? You're showing up for your family. Who's going to make sure that, your plan is tailor-made specifically for you and your lifestyle? Who's going to make sure that, they're helping out 24/7, helping you with making progress, and most importantly, feeding the good wolf rather than the bad wolf and overcoming this. So this is the bonus training that I want to kind of go over real quick. You can see there's all these different snapshots of guys getting off their medications. That's something we specialize in. So let me go ahead and kind of share with you. If you click on that link, it should bring you right here. And once again, hey, if you did not get sent over maybe the PDF guide or maybe even the link to this training video playlist, send me over a text message. You got my number, right? How else are you watching this video? So send me over a text message and I can resend it over. But regardless, the first video goes over all those habits that I talked about and how we formulate that into this 3-step fat loss formula that we've been using for years. And honestly, guys fall in love with it. And it just goes to show you, like, when you decide and take commitments and prioritize your own health and decide to invest into it and start doing the right things once and for all, I mean, it's going to pay back tenfold, honestly. You're putting this into your future. You're putting this in your family. You're putting this into yourself. And it just goes to show you that, once again, like the transformations that you're going to hear and see and hear, just a step-by-step plan on how that can work for you. I think it's going to give you some inspiration to just start moving in the right direction, honestly. As we scroll down below, I want you to hear from some of the other members. Their success stories. These videos are very short, less than 60 seconds. But everybody's going to tell you a story. Brian's going to tell you with his busy lifestyle how he lost over 85 pounds. Santo's going to tell you on how he lost over 50 pounds. Chris is going to tell you on how he lost over 25 pounds and got 6-pack abs. Jimmy, who's a bus driver, is going to tell you on how he lost over 130 pounds. Mark, he's going to tell you how he lost over 90 pounds. Ryan's going to tell you how he lost over 25 pounds. Mike, on how he lost over 30 pounds. But also, inside this video, you're going to hear that in just 7 weeks of coaching, I kid you not, he shares all his stats with everybody. 7 weeks of coaching, he got off his blood pressure, cholesterol, and reversed his type 2 diabetes. All in 7 weeks of coaching. I mean, think about that. That's literally priceless. That's adding years to this gentleman's life. Bill goes over how he lost over 55 pounds, got off his medications. Jason on how he lost over 50 pounds. Jarrett on how he lost over 50 pounds. Jason on how he lost over 35 pounds. And Jeremy, who is a single father and also a grandfather as well, how he lost over 25 pounds. And then remember in that presentation I was kind of mentioning testosterone. You definitely want to make sure to watch this video of Gabe. He's a business owner, family man, devoted husband. Inside this video, he goes over literally all the details, how he was able to get results, and most importantly, increases testosterone levels naturally, have way more energy to play with his kids, way more confidence. It's a great video to watch. And then just before and after photos from the most recent years. And obviously, if you see this link, schedule a free discovery call, go right ahead. My job as a coach is obviously to inspire people, to help them, and really to make sure that we as a team, right? It's me and my team, help you when it comes to creating these habits, giving you permission to take ownership and most importantly, take control over your life again, once and for all, and start really becoming the best version of yourself, not just physically when it comes to improving your health and reaching your goals, but also mentally as well, right? Having more confidence, having more self-control, having more, tenacity to go after your goals and just being fearless in the pursuit of that, so feel free if you happen to like everything that you've been seeing, especially with the different videos that I've been sending you over. And once again, I'm going to be, continuing to send you over these messages and these, videos with just inspiration for you, some motivation to help you in the right direction. And if you feel like, hey, you like everything that you see, and once again, you want to schedule a call with either myself or somebody from my team, here's the link right here. And all you got to do is just put in some basic information so that way we know a little bit more about you. And that's really it. You know, I'm not some kind of, scam artist that, you see on all these other Facebook ads and whatnot. I'm a real person. I got real ethics, real morals, real belief systems, right? Like, I'm just a normal guy just like you. It's just that I make sure that, hey, my job at least is to make the world a better place. And I try my hardest, 1% better each and every day. And that's what we preach about our athletics. And hopefully this video has inspired you to maybe take that same approach and start to become the best version of yourself each and every day, just by 1%. That's all. Because you never know, like, by you going through a transformation, by you deciding to just, take ownership, right? Prioritize your life once and for all and just take it, right? It's going to inspire others. It's going to be that beacon. It's going to be that lighthouse that's really going to shine and, carry on that light. And once again, you never know. Jim Curry said it best. He said the most valuable currency in the world, right, is the effect that you have on others, not money. I repeat that. The most valuable currency in the world is not money. It's the effect that you have on others. The best times ever where I'm feeling great is honestly when I'm getting messages saying, hey, dude, I was able to keep up with my kids for the first time in years. Like, they're huffing and puffing, or, hey, Joe, like, this is the first time in years I was able to take my shirt off and feel comfortable and confident, with just taking my shirt off at the beach, taking the kids to the pool. Hey, Joe, you're never going to believe this. Like, the doctor said I can get off my, metformin medications and all these other pills. And it's so inspiring, right? Knowing that, you can change somebody's life and literally put years added on to that person's life. But also it's a compound effect, right? Meaning that they might have this effect on other people. And that's a compound, right? That I believe in, at least. So if you have any questions, once again, shoot me over a text message. If you need the link to the videos, let me know. Dive into that PDF also. And if you like everything you see, hey, don't be a stranger. Let's hop on a quick call and talk a little bit more about your health and fitness goals.